Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Issue Review from Haiti Liberté. We're going to jump straight into the headlines for this week from the 26th of November to the 2nd of December, Volume 19, Number 22. And we begin with our cover page articles for this week. Une illustration de la domination impérialiste and Réponse à Christopher Landau. In our editorial section for this week, 1900, 400 to 2200, Haïti, 40 ans du chaos, from Bertini Dupont, our director. In our À travers Haïti section, Réponse à Christopher Landau et à l'ambassade des États-Unis à Port-au-Prince, from Kervins Louison. In À travers Haïti, une illustration de la domination impérialiste, from Isabelle Papillon. In Perspectives, 222 ans après la victoire d'Haïti à Vertières, from Guillermo. In the perspective section, sans électricité ni télévision et avec une connexion Internet médiocre, les Haïtiens célèbrent leur qualification historique pour la Coupe du Monde 2026. In the section Haïti, d'une transition à l'autre, from Catherine Charlemagne, Haïti, de l'abandon de la souveraineté à la feuille de route de l'OEA. And in This Week in Haiti, Dominican authorities arrest journalist Ralph Laurent at Santo Domingo Airport, from Kim Ives. In our centerfold, Déclaration du sommet du peuple en vue de la COP30. Continuing in perspectives, cubaine, vénézuélienne, nicaraguayenne et colombienne, les traîtres à la patrie. In hommage, Mauro Casagrandi, l'un des nôtres. Perspectives, le syndicat UFAWUZ manifeste devant Nestlé Zimbabwe pour exiger un salaire décent. Des communautés autochtones du monde entier créent l'ONU comme alternative à l'ONU. Lettre ouverte à PASTEF, au président et au premier ministre sénégalais. From Diagne Roland. Comment la CIA utilise Kagame comme bras armé pour contrôler les minerais du Congo. From Ferment. Les différences entre l'Empire américain et l'Empire britannique. From Francophone, the Perspectives. À travers le monde, grève nationale chez Starbucks. And les membres du syndicat IAM ratifient la nouvelle convention avec Boeing après 15 semaines de grève. From Industry All. Nouvelle campagne pour la libération de Marwan Barghouti, from Presenza. And Le Chef, Fidel Castro, from Granma in Cuba. And finally, Réparation, Nouveau Progrès aux Nations Unies, from Colonialism Reparation 21. We will now turn back to the English section and talk a little bit more in depth about this article from this week about Jean-Max Louison, who was detained at the Santo Domingo airport. Jean-Max Louison, with the alias Ralph Laurent, is an independent journalist for Live Tambo Veritea, who is critical of American imperialism and supporting Haiti's independence struggle and ongoing liberation efforts, and for the crime of reporting the truth freely and independently. He has been detained and held since Sunday, November 22nd, at November 23rd, at the Directorate General of Migration in the Dominican Republic. His phone was taken away, his personal belongings have been taken away, and he placed a call at 5 a.m. from the holding cell to Haiti Liberté to get in touch, to notify that he was detained, and to get in contact with his friends and family, because he has been cut off from the rest of the world by the authorities, the comprador authorities that work hand in glove with American imperialism and with the illegitimate de facto government in Haiti as well. It should be noted that there were multiple threats made to send him back to Haiti, which would be a death sentence, because of a arrest warrant which was put out for him from the national police, again simply for the crime of inciting violence and association with bad actors, for just simply reporting a critical narrative of U.S. imperialism and its dirty deeds in Haiti. So, for these crimes, this punishment has been taking place, and it is clearly politically motivated. It is clearly a direct, targeted reprisal meant to intimidate and scare Jean-Max Louison, to silence him, to attempt to prevent him from continuing to speak out against U.S. imperialism and its crimes. And it should be finally summarized to say that there were multiple attempts when, on the side of American imperialism, there's constant bragging about freedom of speech, defending human rights across the world, going after bad actors, bad guys who silence freedom of speech and human rights and all kinds of atrocities, that not only was this attempt of silencing taken against Jean-Max Louison, 2 more arrest warrants were put out for Kervins Louison and Beata Prosper, and attempts to have extort Jean-Max out of, by signing papers that he doesn't know what he's signing, or will it lead him to his freedom, or be, again, end in the death sentence. So this week, our English section hits a little close to home for us at Haiti Liberté, being so closely associated, and all of us trying to defend our need, our human need, like just like the need to speak out, the need to be allowed to be critical, not to be censored, not to be having to have a license to be a true journalist, and the need to have independence, of course. So we have our article for this week, and we're using this platform, we can say, to have a special focus on this for this week, in addition to the rest of the articles for this week, focusing on that. So thank you for watching. Please, again, check out the full flipping book on HaitiLiberté.com and read it in its full. Again, especially try to pay attention, if you can, focus in on this ongoing case for Jean-Max Louison, and we wish him safety, solidarity. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next week.